build anything with Grok4 and n8n agents. What's up, YouTube? I hope you guys are liking the channel so far. We're going to be reacting to another AI video here with Grok4. Super excited to get into it. One of the newest AI releases. With that being said, if you guys are liking the AI videos, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel so that you guys don't miss a video and we can learn together, continue to build our AI skills together. All right, let's jump right into it. Grok4, super excited.
Today, we're going to be talking about the world's new best AI model, Grok4. We're going to be breaking down what it is, why it's a big deal. We're going to look at the benchmarks and compare it to other models. And then finally, I'm going to show you guys how to actually connect it to n8n to power your AI agents and your AI automations to make them even smarter. Also, I got a new mouse. It's like an ergonomic shape, so it doesn't hurt my wrist. So pretty pumped about that. Anyways, don't want to
hurts his wrist. Poor guy. Poor guy.
waste any time. Let's hop straight into this one. So on July 9th of 2025, xAI dropped Grok4. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how we can connect that to our n8n automations. But before we hop into n8n, let's real quick talk about what is Grok4 and why this is such a big deal. So this is the latest artificial intelligence model from xAI, which was the company founded by Elon Musk. It's designed to be smarter, faster, and more capable than previous AI models, aiming to outperform competitors like OpenAI's GPT-4 and Google's Gemini.
All right, those are the two top competitors that I was going to compare it to just off the rip before we even got in. That's what I was thinking in my head. GPT-4, Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro probably, but Google also has, the way Google has it set up, the models are kind of spread all over the place. So you have VEO3, which is their video model. They also have Flash 2.0, which is kind of their smaller model.
And Anthropic's Claude, other closed source models like that. It's a big deal because of these three main reasons. The first one being size. Grok4 has 1.7 trillion parameters, and you can kind of think of these as brain cells of the AI. And this makes it one of the largest and most complex AI models ever built. We've got GPT-4, which is about 1.8 trillion, and then Gemini Ultra is around a trillion, and Claude 4 is only around 500 billion. I say only as if that's small, that's still massive. And just to put that into context, if you've watched my video about how to install a local AI model to run in n8n, what we did in that one was like a 1.5 billion parameter DeepSeek. I played around with like 14 billion or 32 billion for very basic tool calling, but you wouldn't really be able to run something like 500 billion parameters on at least my PC that I have right down here. Anyways, it's insanely smart. Now take this with a grain of salt because this was said by Elon, but it's described as being better than PhD level in every subject. And then right here we have another quote from Elon.
I think every AI out at this point is smarter than every graduate student in all disciplinaries.
Grok4 is smarter than almost all graduate students in all disciplines simultaneously. So we're not going to dive into the politics of xAI and Elon. I'm just stating the facts for you guys. And then we have speed. The model can handle many tasks at once, making it useful for both everyday users and large organizations. And of course, we're going to hop into n8n and put that to a quick test with an AI agent. But now let's look at some actual benchmarks of this model because we want to compare it to other leading closed source models. So the first one we'll look at is how it performed on the HLE, which is Humanities Last Exam, which is a super tough test designed with questions of math, science, and humanities, designed to be hard even for experts. Grok4, without any tools, scored 25%, and with tools in multi-agent mode, scored 44.4%. Okay. And not that I really know what those percentages really mean, but what we do know is that it scored higher than previous top AI models like OpenAI and Google. And looking at some other benchmarks over here, anything in orange is a Grok4 model, and you can see it's pretty much outperforming all of these other ones. We have Grok4 with no tools, we have Grok4, and then we have Grok4 Heavy. And I'll just call out two, which will be, first of all, the GPQA, which is the graduate level physics and astronomy questions. It's a test with tough science questions and...
Here's what I don't understand about these tests, right? The AI should have all the answers to the test. I understand there's math and arithmetic involved in this, but theoretically, the AI has the mathematical computing power to do any math it wants, and also has the deep research function to research any formulas that it wants or anything that it needs. So if somebody's watching this and you understand what these tests are, please put in the comment section, explain it to me. I don't understand what these tests are testing because it just does not make sense to me.
Grok4 scored 87 to 88%, which is higher than Google Gemini's 86% and much higher than Anthropic's Claude 4 Opus, 79%. And then we have the AIME, which is the American Invitational Mathematics Examination, a challenging math test for top high school students. And Grok4 scored 95 out of 100, better than most humans and other AI models. And that's really cool because traditionally we've kind of known that AI models aren't great at math, but Grok4 is excellent at solving complex math problems step by step, and it's cool because all AI models are slowly getting better and better at math.
Yeah, we're starting to really split hairs here at the top. You know, each AI model that comes out It's 1% better, 2% better, 3% better. If you think about this time last year in 2024, they were getting 10% better, 15% better, 20% better. Now we're really starting to hit those the peak of what I think these AI chatbot models will be.
And then another really cool one we have is the SWE bench, or the software engineering questions. This is evaluating real world coding and software development tasks, which is something that AI is used for very heavily right now in the real world. Grok4 scored 72 to 75%, which is slightly better than other top AI models, as you can see down here with this summary table. But what does all of this mean, and why are people calling this the new best AI model in the world? Well, it's going to be used across many industries, of course: business, healthcare, education, programming, customer service, and tons more. And it's a big deal because Grok 4 is really, really smart. It can work in teams, it understands more, and it's going to be really easy to use. Now, of course, there are other AI models that outperform Grok in certain metrics. We have like context window. Grok 4 only has 256,000 tokens, while other ones have up to 1 million or 2 million. It's definitely not the cheapest model, so you can get some cheaper ones from OpenAI and Google, stuff like that. And there are definitely models that are actually faster at processing information. So overall, in every single metric, it's not the best, but it's a really, really strong model. And of course, why do we want to use this in a no-code workflow builder like n8n? Yep. Because we can plug in this AI model into our existing AI automations to see if it can make them smarter, better at analyzing, maybe even do some functions that we wouldn't have trusted other AI models to do, like analyzing financial data or something like that. So tons of use cases. Excited to see what you guys come up with using Grok 4. But let's hop into n8n so I can
So before we hop in the n8n, I use Zapier. So if this is an alternative to Zapier, super excited to see it because I love what they offer and the connectivity you have, the different applications and other data sets and other tools that people use. So excited to see how this workflow process works. This is the main reason why I clicked on the video. And if you guys are watching this and you use n8n, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Is it an alternative to Zapier? Because I will definitely switch depending on what it is, and let me know if I should watch more videos on it.
Show you guys how to actually use it, especially if you want to use it for tool calling. Okay, so probably the most straightforward way to use it would be in n8n, you have an AI agent, you add a chat model, and you just scroll down to grab an XAI Grok chat model. You would then just need to go to your admin console in Grok. You could come here, make an account, add some billing information, go to API keys right here, and then all you'd have to do is create a new one and then copy that API key and add that right here as a new credential. Then when you open up the model list, you could see right here to grab an XAI Grok chat model. You would then just need to go to your admin console in Grok. You could come here, make an account, that API. See right here, we're able to choose talk to Grok, just say hello Grok, and we can see that it's going to use its chat brain right here, and it's using Grok 4 in order to respond to us. Hello, I'm Grok, built by XAI. What's on your mind today? So let's say I wanted to add a quick tool to do.
So far, this seems like a pretty simple setup process for this n8n. Zapier is also fairly easy, so I've they build these tools very easy for people to use, and that is the beauty of this AI era that we're in. So excited to see what this can actually build.
Do some research, and we add a perplexity tool. All I'm going to do real quick in here is change this to Sonar. I'm going to make the model choose the actual message to send over. If you want to watch a deeper dive on a video about perplexity, I'll tag that right up here. But this should already be configured really easily, and hopefully I don't even have to prompt the agent to use it. So let's give it a try. So I'm going to tell it to do some research on Grok 4, and what we're going to see happen is that it's thinking about what to do right now, and it's going to try to hit that tool. There you go. You can see that it was successfully able to call our perplexity tool, and now it's thinking about how to respond to us. And it just finished up. You can see that it actually took about 2 minutes, so hopefully we have some pretty in-depth research here, which it looks like we do. We have.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I love about perplexity. It just writes it in like such a professional manner, even like look at the headers, look at just the bullet points. It just makes it look like a professional research paper, and it does some really good research, concises it into good bullet points. I've used it a lot, and this one looks really good as well.
Have a background in development, key features, release status and availability, comparisons, sources, challenges, and criticisms. And we also have 3 sources here that we could click onto, and then we have another source right there. Keep in mind, there is no system prompt that happened in the agent. Let's look at another example where we're going to use Grok 4 with our Ultimate Assistant to do research using both Tavily and Perplexity in order to, once again, look up Grok 4 and send it as an email to Dexter Morgan. So there's a lot of moving pieces here and a lot of things that have to happen. And the issue that we run into here is that we get this failed to parse tool arguments from chat model error message. And if I throw that into ChatGPT, because I don't exactly know what this means, it basically tells us that the AI model, which is Grok4, returned a response to call the tool that wasn't valid JSON. And then the n8n, which is kind of built on top of LangChain, couldn't parse it and send it into our tool. And the issue, I think, is because of the Tavily HTTP request, because we just saw Grok use Perplexity, where if I click into here, you can see that we're sending over a JSON body. So maybe the model is having trouble with that. So what I thought to do was come into the chat model right